All right, so Tim writes in with a question about Roth conversions. He goes, I admit I found you a little bit late, but now I'm a believer in my methods. He believes in my methods. I'm hypnotizing you. My question, I'm 46 and I want to start doing Roth conversions. I realize I'll have to pay state and federal taxes on the conversions as income and then wait 5 years before I can access the money. So if I convert 50,000 and in 5 years it grows to 60,000, can I access that converted 50,000 before the age of 59 and a half? Or can I access the entire 60,000? In addition, are there any fees, penalties I need to know about before accessing the converted 50 or 60,000 before 59 and a half? All right, so I get this question a lot. Good baby. All right, so let's talk about this, Tim. Basically, let's just look at the IRS website here right quick. So this is from the IRS publication 590, additional tax on early distributions, distributions of conversion, and certain rollover contributions within a 5-year period. If, within the 5-year period, starting with the first day of the tax year in which you convert an amount from a traditional to a Roth IRA, you take a distribution from the Roth IRA, you may have to pay the 10% additional tax on early distributions. You must generally pay the 10% tax on any amount attributable to the part of the amount converted, the basis, that you had to include. A separate 5-year period applies to each conversion. So what that is saying, well, just keep reading. The 5-year period used in determining whether the 10% early distribution tax applies to a distribution from a Roth conversion is separately determined for each conversion and isn't necessarily the same as the 5-year period for determining whether or not the distribution is a qualified distribution. For example, if in the calendar year you made a conversion on 2019, the 5-year conversion begins in 2019. All right, they're just talking about the difference between the contributions and conversions. Unless one of the exceptions listed later applies, you must pay the additional tax on the portion of the distribution attributed to the part of the conversion that you had to include in income because of the conversion rollover. You must pay the 10% additional tax in the year of distribution, even if you had included it in an earlier year. Okay, so let's talk about that. What they're saying here, first and foremost, as I said a million times a Sunday, every single Roth conversion has its own 5-year rule. Every single conversion has its own 5-year rule. Not every, but contributions have just one aggregated 5-year rule. Contributions, you're putting 6,000 into a Roth. Once 5 years are up, everything from then on has its own is free and clear if you're over the age of 59 and a half. Always remember, over the age of 59 and a half is for tax-free on gains. On your converting. On conversions, if you're under the age of 59 and a half, the amount you converted, that $50,000 basis, will be free and clear to you once you're over 5 years since the converted amount. So in this case, my man's 46. He converts $50,000 today. When he's 51, that $50,000 he converted will be free and clear from the 10% penalty. It won't be free and clear in tax because he already paid the tax. So, I mean, it's a free and clear in tax later on, but he's paid the tax on it. Hope that makes sense. So you're 46. You convert 50,000 today. All right. Fast forward, you're 51. That 50,000 is available to you free and clear of taxes and penalty because 5 years have passed by. Now, if that 50,000 had grown to 60,000, like my man Tim says, that 10,000 of gain is not available to you either free and clear of taxes or penalty. It's just not. Because to be a qualified distribution, i.e. tax-free on gains, you have to be over the age of 59 and a half, and the account has had to be open for 5 years. In this case, you're not over the age of 59 and a half. As such, any gains inherently are immediately subject to income tax, and in this case, penalty. Hope that makes sense. So we're talking conversions now. You're 46. You're converting 50,000 bucks. You gotta wait till you're 51 before the $50,000 you convert is free of any further taxes, because you already paid taxes when you did the conversion today. But also any premature distribution, early withdrawal penalty of 10%. All right. I hope that makes sense. That's a big deal. You got to understand that. So, first and foremost, anytime you're talking Roth conversions, the first thing you should say is I'm over 59 or under 59. I'm telling you right there. The first thing you should think about is if you're over 59 or under. If you're over 59, you'll never be subject to 10% penalty on taking money out of the. You don't have to wait 5 years because you've already accomplished that you're over 59 and a half. If you're under 59 and a half, you got to wait 5 years. Hope that makes sense. Thanks, Tim.